Welcome to Dodd & Associates Business Consultants and Chartered Accountants, or DAA as we are better known. This is one of our regular briefings for the New Zealand community on matters of business, commerce, finance, tax, and sometimes social and economic issues intended to brief and inform.
ACC, nearly every business gets it or is involved with it in some way or other, but Kerry, are there any options, or is it just a case of paying the bill?
Well, a lot of people simply just pay the bill, which in some cases is just plain stupid. First off, ACC make a lot of mistakes, so obviously you've got to check to make sure the invoice is right. But there's actually two different types of cover. There's the standard one that everyone gets sent out, which is called ACC Cover Plus, and then there's an ACC Cover Plus Extra, which is a different type of policy.
ACC Cover Plus, let's deal with that first. What is it?
That is based on what your income was in the last tax year. So basically they look at your tax return and say, okay, you earned earnings of say $70,000, so we issue an invoice on $70,000 worth of income.
The Cover Plus?
The Cover Plus Extra is a preset figure, so you go to ACC and say, look, I earned $70,000 last year, but I may have an increase in income, so I want to insure myself for $40,000, $80,000, $120,000, whatever figure. Basically, you determine the level of cover that you want to be insured through ACC.
It's your choice if you go the extra or just the straight one?
The extra is your choice. The Cover Plus on its own is compulsory. There's no option. You'll get served an invoice for that. But the extra, you have to decide if you want to go and do it. And for some people, it is quite a wise idea.
What if somebody's had an injury and is claimed, and then they become ill?
Well, if you've had an injury, ACC obviously kicks in after the first week, and it's based on either the pre-insured amount under Cover Plus Extra, or on the 80% of your income under Cover Plus. If you're ill, ACC doesn't kick in, so if you've got time off work, unless you've got some other policies in place, you're basically stuffed. You're going to have no income and you've got to live off whatever reserves you've got.
I would imagine if the illness is because of an injury, you'd have to prove that, and that wouldn't be easy either.
It covers no illness at all. It's purely accidents and injuries.
So therefore you need income protection through some insurance company.
There's a lot of different policies out there. Income protection is one of them. There's also trauma insurance. There's a lot of different policies being offered by different companies, and it would be wise to investigate those and think about a sort of a combination of ACC and some sort of other insurance policy, especially because of the fact that you're not covered for illness.
Does that affect the ACC premium? Can you sort of pay one off against the other, or do you have to swallow hard?
Well, that's where your ACC Cover Plus Extra comes in. You could spread the cost between the insurance policy and the Cover Plus Extra, and say under Cover Plus Extra I want a sort of a lower sum to be insured for, but under your other insurances you can go for whatever level of cover you decide. And it can actually be quite cost effective to do that. You may actually end up saving yourself some money by having the other policies.
We welcome your comments and feedback to this email address.